Hi friends, I'm here today with another picture book. Today's picture book is Charlie Needs a Cloak. And this story again is by Tommy DePaula. So remember, we've already heard the legend of the Indian paintbrush and we've heard Stregonona. So you can kind of look at these illustrations and make comparisons now and think about the way that Mr. DePaula was when he would write his books and when he would illustrate them. Think about the choices that he would make. Charlie was a shepherd. He had a cozy house, a big hat, a crook, and a flock of sheep. But everyone said, Charlie needs a cloak. It's a fun way to start a story. Poor Charlie. He really needed a new cloak. So in the spring, Charlie sheared his sheep. He washed the wool. He carded the wool to straighten it out. Then Charlie spun the wool into yarn. Charlie wanted a red cloak, so he picked some pokeweed berries during the summer and boiled them over a fire. Then Charlie dyed the yarn in the berry juice. After the yarn was dry, Charlie put the strands on the loom. And every fall evening, he wove the yarn into cloth. Charlie put the cloth on the table and cut it into pieces. He pinned the pieces together and sewed them. And then, when winter came, Charlie had a beautiful new red cloak. So this book tells us how he made his cloak and how they would have done it in the olden days. How cool is that? So there's some fun words in here that you might not know. So to shear, when he sheared the sheep, that means to clip the wool from the sheep. That's like cutting their hair. To card, that means to untangle the wool with a comb or a brush, and that comb or brush usually has sharp nails on it to help get all of the lumps out of there. To spin is to twist the wool into yarn. Have you ever seen a spinning wheel? If you've ever seen Sleeping Beauty, she pricks her finger on the needle of a spinning wheel. So if you need help thinking about what that might look like, that's what they used to use to make yarn. To weave means to twist the thread into cloth. To sew, we know what sewing is. Sewing is when we take a needle and thread and we put them together. Nowadays, we have sewing machines that do that. And we probably all know somebody who's making masks right now, and they use a sewing machine to do that. But Charlie didn't use a sewing machine. He used a needle and thread. And a cloak is a coat without sleeves. I hope you enjoyed this story about how Charlie made his cloak back in the olden days. You have a great day, and remember, be kind.